I'm not live, apparently. Oh, now I'm live? We're breaking in. We're breaking into your regularly scheduled broadcast of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy with the by radio, of course. This is a radio broadcast, very official. We need to make sure it's an official radio broadcast. So we're going to bring. Now it's an official radio broadcast, and I have sheets of paper in front of me to make it look like a real broadcast. These sheets of paper have nothing to do with the radio broadcast, but this is how we broadcast from a closet, and you're with me for the next 60 minutes of not ASMR radio broadcasting, something like that. Of course, we're here. It's really sad news. I don't know how else. We're here, and I can't thank the community enough for stepping up. These are really good people. They're very, very good friends of mine, and I hope it's a little, shine a light in a really, really hard time. So this is all for them, and I hope we all can enjoy this hour a little bit and laugh a little bit. Sorry, so that's the hard cold open to the show. But I'm not doing the show alone. We have other guests with us today. I can't see anything because it's a radio broadcast, and also because of how this all works behind the scenes. So I believe with us is the wonderful Tezcat. I don't know if they can be seen or not, but feel free to say hi, Tezcat. Sure. I'll take that as a hi. Hi, there you are. Hey, I can see you now. That's cool. We also have with us by the wonderful cell phone, Poker Wolf, the wonderful Poker Wolf not via Skype because it's a radio broadcast, via cell phone. Would you have any kind words to say hello to us?
People with a cell phone. Hello, everyone.
Oh, this is great. If you ever imagine what it was like to be trapped with me in a closet. Now, you thought this was an IT closet where we had lots of IT, but we have a cell phone. I can see myself twice. And we're gonna get our third guest with us when we can. But yeah, here we are. I have how about before we see, this is a really cheapo broadcast because we don't have Will Shorts. We don't have any kind of the crossword puzzle guy. This is the best we can do for a trivia segment. Is our team ready for this? We're gonna do some live trivia here. Let me actually get the chat out. Chat might be useful for chat things. Please don't crash everything. If I touch anything, it crashes and I'll get yelled at. All right, cool. Hey, I do have chat. Hi, Eddie. Hi, Velocity. Hi, Quack Quack. Skylar, Eason, and Tezcat. Tezcat also is doing double duty, typing in the chat as we do this. So here we go. We are ready for some trivia. What did the U.S. Army stop issuing soldiers a daily ration of in 1832?
Silly putty.
No, is it silly putty? Yes, it's absolutely silly putty. Of course it is. Of course it's silly putty. I mean, how else would you draw maps back in the times when they didn't have cell phones? What's this one? That one, I don't like that one. Let's go to this one. What's the most hated household chore? Yes, this is an actual trivia question. That's what it says. It's actually the most hated household chore.
What is washing your dog?
Washing your dog, it's absolutely correct. What's this one? I don't like that one. How about this one? What does the common wasp chew to make paper for its nest? Caller, do you have anything? Common wasp chew to make paper for its nest. It's a tough question.
Or his originals.
Oh! Don't they just like slam their buttocks on the wood really hard until it starts splintering and becomes paper?
With that very graphical demonstration of what that would be via cell phone. Yes, that's absolutely correct, Poker. Hello.
Woo!
You're on the air. Cleveland?
Pandez is back. If you can hear me.
Pandez is back. Hello.
Woohoo!
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank
welcome.
God.
Well, welcome. Well, we don't have video for Pandez apparently, so you just have to believe. I mean, it's a radio broadcast. Like we actually originally thought of just putting up a note card on the stream, and that was just going to be the entire stream. That it was a radio broadcast, so you don't need the visual. But that is what it is. All right, so we were just doing some questions, Pandez, some trivia questions. I got one last one here for this segment. Not that one. We don't like that one. What soft drink was originally called Bib Label Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda?
New Coke.
It's the new Coke. Absolutely correct. Very well done, everyone. You will get your not NPR t-shirts in the mail and our letterhead. A copy of our letterhead because you can't have our actual letterhead. Yes, Chad is on to me. Like they think those are the right answers, but clearly, I know our guests here had the right answers. All right, so since I just happen to be in such a wonderful group of an improv troupe, if you will, maybe we should play some improv games together. I think that would be fun, particularly when we can't see each other. Oh, Des, dude, I can't see your cam if you were trying to share that.
Trying to share my cam is what crashed my call, so I unplugged my camera.
Oh, that's really neato.
Yeah, because I was connected to the call, and it was like, let's try adding my camera. Okay, no.
Well, this is gonna be the most interesting. This is gonna be something. So let's try. Oh, excuse me, one moment. I have breaking news coming in. I've actually done something. I don't know what I've done, but I think right now there's a fake podium that's been put in front of me, and I need to now hold a press conference about what it is that I've done. And I hear that somebody somewhere has the prompt. I am not looking at the chat, so if someone wants to type whatever the heck the prompt is in the chat, and I'm going to take questions from our various people here, our various furs here, to try to figure out what it is that I've actually done. I hope that makes sense. Anyone wants to fill in the blanks? There's so many screens happening right now of me and everyone else. But I think that's the explanation. So I'll leave that. I know someone has the prompt. They can share that with the YouTube chat. I can't see that. And whenever we're ready to go, I will start taking questions. I'm hoping all the panelists know what it is I've done too. Otherwise, they can't ask. That'd be a really fun press conference.
I know what it is.
Whenever we're ready to start, I will start it off. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Pandez, I see you in the back there. What do you... Feel free to identify yourself as something else, but just so I can call people out, because I can't see anyone. Pandez, what's your question?
Hi, Pandez here from the anonymous ledger. Wanted to know, what made you think that this would be a good idea to begin with?
Well, in a word, money. All right, Tez, what do you got? Oh, I can't hear Tez. That was a really good question. That's not the anonymous. That was just that was from the mute press.
I'm calling.
Oh, I can hear you now. All right, what's the question now that I can hear you now?
I'm representing Tusk News. So, any distinguishing finds such as exotic species?
Well, we went to the Outback. We went on safari. We went to all of these exotic places, but at the end of the day, all we ended up with was a platypus.
A follow-up question.
Poker. Follow-up. Yes, no problem.
Yeah. Real quick, a follow-up question to that. While you were on safari, Did you find this at the beginning of your journey and stop, or did you actually find it at the end?
Well, you see, at the beginning, as they say, there are a lot of good beginnings that have a lot of good ends. And that's in reverse. So if you went on safari, I don't know the answer to that question, but we found a platypus somewhere along the line, and we said we should probably stop here before we go any further.
All right, no further questions.
Poker.
Chip Chapman here with the Chumpman Quarterly. Now, how hot was the fire?
Well, you got to get it hot enough to roast the platypus, right? And whatever else you want to roast. So, I mean, that's the whole purpose of why we went on. We went to all these different places, but there was always a volcano present to make sure it was hot enough to do what we needed to do. Oh, I lost someone. I lost Tez. Hopefully Tez is still there. Dez, I see Dez with their hand up. What's your question?
Do you think that there were a lot of bones strewn about?
Well, sometimes a safari ends up in a cemetery. What can I say? I mean, I didn't want to talk about those things that we did, but roasting dead bodies in a cemetery seems like, not something anyone would, necessarily want people to be doing. You're asking me really strange questions there, Anonymous Press. Now I know why you want to be remain anonymous. If Tez is still there, unless Dez has a follow-up, is Tez there? Tez disappeared.
I'm sorry. This is Pastor Cebriationist from Religious Nut Job Weekly. Do you think this is going to change our understanding of history of religion?
I think these findings, you remember Dan Brown and the whole angels and demons and all, and then, was that Tom Hanks and whatever? Like, Tom Hanks ain't got nothing on this. It's going to completely redefine every religion and everything about science to the beginning of time.
Do you think anyone there was, as a follow-up question, nailed like a satyr?
Wait, what? Nailed what? What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
That's okay.
Wait. Okay. Poker. Please help me. I've done something bad, apparently.
Now, was the stickiness a part of this event planned, or was this just a happy accident?
You said stickiness, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are things in the world. What? Stickiness? Well, I would have to say that, it just kind of, stickiness just kind of comes with the territory. And as they say in my biz, sometimes you just have to get a little bit messy. Des? What have you done? Whoever picked this prompt?
When you
this is sorry. Just inquiring minds want to know: were any of the fossil evidence there having conch shell hands when they were found?
Well, it goes a long time back. I mean, Dr. Conway has been, a piece of Anthrocon for a really, really long time, and people didn't know that those cons go back to dinosaur times. Des, did you have a question?
I know you really, really, really had to dig to get to the heart of this story, but despite how long ago this obviously took place, was Audie in charge of AV?
I mean, absolutely he was. I mean, people don't understand, but furries, if you've learned anything about furry conventions, furries never go away. They always come back. Sunday night at a con, nobody goes home. Do you think that stops at Sunday? It just continues going forever. Since the dawn of man, the dawn of fur, they have always been there the entire time. The con actually never stopped. That's what people don't understand. It never actually stopped. I have no idea whose question it is now. Poker?
Yeah, I think that would be me, Chip Chapman here with Chumpman Quarterly. Now, how many bones were found in each cave?
Exactly 4. Tez?
Would you say that they were roasting anything in particular at the site that you discovered?
How do you think the dinosaurs died? I think we'll do one more question. Go ahead.
Yeah, follow-up question.
Good.
Do you think they were spit roasting anything at the campsite when it was found?
The campsite when it was found? I mean, what? I'm thinking of really bad things that should not be part of this panel now. That's bad.
Do we want to give it to Iggy? I think he's close.
I mean, I could take a guess. I can take a guess at this point, I think.
Take a guess and then
someone has one
we'll
more.
ask follow-ups.
Go ahead. One last question. Go ahead.
No. You take a guess and then we'll ask follow-ups if you don't get it.
Okay. So, yeah, good idea. So I'm thinking it's something like what happened at the very first furry convention, and somehow there was some type of vor thing happening involving that's how the dinosaurs died. Anyone want to touch that one?
You're very close. You're very close.
You're close. You're close.
Like we said,
you're just
before,
being kind.
We all know like how much you had to really dig to find the evidence, how much you had to sift through it all in order to discover all of the material at hand. When you found it all, did you find furs strewn about and other prehistoric clothing?
I mean, it was an absolute mess, and the best way to describe it was NSFW.
A follow-up question to that: do you have any signs that maybe clubbing was involved?
Oh, absolutely. There was lots of clubbing, and both varieties of clubbing. What? How am I close?
One more follow-up question here. One follow-up question here. Now, do you think anything could have ever preceded this event?
I mean, this is what you do before the meteor hits, right? Like one big last party.
Was it one big last party, or was it not one big last party?
That's
was it maybe the opposite?
Yeah, and more importantly, that's great. More importantly, a question that we have for you is, what is most rewarding about this find with your particular profession?
Well, the most rewarding thing is it's not just about the money. It's about how many your character hears we can actually sell from this wonderful clubbing event. I have no idea if I'm even remotely close. Am I like the first furry fandom chair of an event or something? Like the prehistoric furry event?
You're in the ballpark, but
you're so close.
You're so close. Why would you be at the press conference?
I would be at the press conference because I don't know. What am I? I'm not the chairman. I wasn't the chairman. You mentioned Ari. Is it that the hotel, there were so many people in the hotel that the hotel just collapsed or something? am I like the emergency people responding to this? I can't think of what the profession is.
He's struggling here.
It's a hard game and I can't see anyone.
Will you be publishing a paper on your findings a la Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
I'm an archaeologist researching the first furry convention.
There
we go.
Yeah,
that was really good. That was a really good one, and I'm an idiot to not have figured that one out.
What, you didn't sift through the clues? You didn't dig for your answers?
I got stuck. I'm a dinosaur. I get stuck on this problem that like everyone makes dinosaur references. It flew right over my head.
It was the first like campfire story, the first like caveman, ritual kind of thing. It just happened to be the first person.
it flew over my head.
Now you went way back.
I went too far back. I've been watching Cosmos. Has anyone watched Cosmos recently with Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I have not. I need to see that.
Unfortunately, no.
It's pretty cool. It's because of course the original was Sagan, and then they did like one a couple years ago, and then they did a new one called Possible Worlds. And if I can recommend anything, it's to watch the episode on bees, because bees end with BeesmanCon. So with that, thank you for enjoying that game. Since we're doing this as a charity event, I wanted to pull out something a little bit special that we kind of had all the cons get shut down and everything like that, and I was given something by Yave and Fuzz, and I don't know exactly what it says, but I said at some point I was going to pick it up at a con or some event and actually read it. Now, of course, when we get to go to live things again, I'm sure this will be read again, but I need to read this. It's an important thing that came, and it's actually written on like that paper that you get in grade school, and I'm just going to read this. For those that don't know what this is, I'll explain afterwards. It was a dark and stormy night. The unicorns were out for blood. There was no place the Teletubbies could hide. They will think twice before using their litter box, the holy throne of the Sand Kingdom. Anakin would be furious, but everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avafur, master of furries, can save us. This is written very large. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And there is a character here that is on some sort of scooter, and I'm not really sure what they're doing. It's like they have the little trolley carts, like one of those Segway things.
The Segway.
All right, is there a back to this? I don't know if there's a back to this. Okay, it's this way. Okay. Second page. The Avafur must first master the air suit, an inflatable. Then he must the earth suit, never been washed. Then he must master the suit, learning to wash the earth suit. Finally, he masters the fire suit, which unfortunately ends the con. Don't pull fire alarms. With 4 fursuits mastered, the Avafur to battle the Fire Nation and unicorns. With power over Earth and water, the Fire Nation soon fell. But the unicorns held on until the stem of the Earth suit hit them. The moral of the story is, we really need more than 3 people at this panel. It does actually say, don't pull the fire alarm in large text. Sloth was a panel that I very, very dearly miss. Some of you know what it is, some of you do not, but I'll explain. It is a story writing panel where essentially everyone submits what the next line of the story is, and then we vote as an audience as to what should be the next line in the story, and then we add that to why the story ends up that. It is a very interesting improv, creative writing, storytelling exercise. And yes, Dragor has said in the past that Scribble and Bits is the best for Hangover Sunday. What do you mean you don't believe? So I'm interacting with chat here more than I am my guests, but I'm catching up on chat now that I haven't been at the for 3 minutes. Yeah, I miss Scribbles and Bits too, Alejandro. Why can I not remember your other? But yeah, I still have it, Yave. It is stored with all the con stuff, waiting to go to whenever cons happen again. So what'd you think of that story? Des, any comments before I find whatever the hell else is going on?
Beautiful. So beautiful.
It was beautiful. That's, yes.
I've never been so jealous of a unicorn.
I like that there's exactly 4 fursuits at a convention, and there were only 3 people at the panel, but I imagine there was only 3 people at the convention. Because everyone goes to that panel. Just breaking in. We actually have to go to break now, so I'm going to Paul Harvey my way over to our commercial segment. Commercial. Someone. Maybe I lost people. I lost Ted.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
There we
It's
go.
time for a commercial.
Heyo, Kermit here. I've always said it's not easy being green, but here at the Muppet Dispensary, well, it sure is easy to smoke it. So many blends to choose from. Fozzie's Waka Waka, Animal's Drum Solo, Beaker's Reefer, Statler and Waldorf's Chronic Complaining, and Swedish Chef's, Chef, how do you say this one, Chef?
Smirkin the herb.
Oh, okay. We've even got edibles like Rolf's Black and White Piano Cookies. And for Christmas this week, our popular Going Gonzo comes with a free rotisserie chicken. You know, for when you get the munchies later. The Muppet Dispensary. You'll leave saying, yay!
Thank you, Kermit, for sponsoring this entire program, all 60 minutes of a closet, Iggy and Pals. That was wonderful. We're back. How we doing? Chat doesn't know what just happened, and I think we lost Tez.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Poker's still there?
It's a commercial
good.
break. I'm not on the break.
It was a commercial break. Yeah, this is a good time. It's a good time to go to the loo. Well, I think we lost Tez, so I think we're going to go to our next segment, and Tez will magically appear at some point.
Yeah, magically.
Oh, you're back. Your camera's completely
Yeah.
dead, but oh well. Everyone can just look at my ugly
No,
face. That works.
Yeah, I'm fixing it actually.
Oh, hey, there you are. Cool. All right, so now
Loose cable.
It's always a loose cable.
Yeah,
so-
I keep disabling it because it's loose. Oh well.
So another one of our weekly segments on this this wonderful television program that is on the radio, because there's moving pictures. I don't know, but it's one of our weekly segments. It's our advice column. I got Dez, Tez, and Poker here, and I have some people who have written into us at our station. Some 4 letters in a row: A B C D, W A B C. There you go. No, that one will get sued for that. So that's not our station. But anyway, it's our weekly advice column, and I have some questions, and you're going to answer them. And I'll ask Dez first, then Poker, and then Tez, and then we'll rotate. And of course, the format of this is to give good, bad, and terrible advice, so people understand what is actually going on. So we're going to start with what did I say? Dez, Poker, and Tez. Correct that on my list because for some reason I put me in there. That's not going to work. All right, cool. All right, so our first person asks, I'm addicted to bacon, and I work in a bacon factory. Should I change career? Excuse me. Should I change careers? Dez, what do you think?
Well, if you're addicted to something, you usually try and want to separate yourself from it. I would highly recommend looking into other careers. Don't quit your job yet. Make sure you have another one lined up, especially in this economy. But with this sort of atmosphere, it might not be the best for you.
Right. That's some good advice. Poker, why don't you give this person some bad advice?
Okay. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that entire factory and just turn it into a giant bacon sandwich and just eat it all. If you eat all the bacon, then there's no more bacon. Therefore, you can't have any more issues with this bacon. Just eat your problems away.
Yeah. All right. Tez, how would you give them some terrible advice?
Well, obviously, I mean, bacon's packaged as strips, so you could take up stripping. That way you're familiar with the product.
All right. I'm sure our listener will heed that advice well. Let's go on to our next one. This one reads, Dear Iggy and friends, my neighbor, who appears to be a nice man who is about my age, always comes by when my husband's at work. He's very friendly, almost too friendly. I don't wish to be rude, but it's getting rather creepy. What do I do? Poker, would you give them some good advice?
So what you're going to want to do is you just want to have a heart-to-heart with them, tell them, look, no, this is not something that we should be pursuing. You should probably just go away. Just remain faithful. Don't, cause any issues.
Tez, how about you give them some bad advice?
Invite them in for coffee. You
Dez,
never know.
how about you give them some terrible advice, Pandez?
Break into their house, steal their wallet, find their social security number, steal their identity, rack up thousands in credit, mail his information to the creditors, send him to jail. He will never bother you again.
Wow. That's I'm sure our listeners, I mean, they keep writing these letters, so they must love this advice. So I got one more. Oh boy. It says dear Iggy and pals, can you help me out? I was in a public restroom one day and someone was having a phone call in the stall next to me. They clearly were both aware they were having a conversation in the loo. Didn't bother them, but it bothered me. Should I have said something? Poker, how about you give them some good advice?
Oh, some good advice?
Yeah.
Well, you should just ignore it. Just leave them alone, Just try and focus on what you're doing and then just be on with your day.
All right. Dez, how about you give some bad advice?
Well, I mean, it's a little late for it, but if I were there, I would have gone on my phone and complained loudly, as if I were talking with someone myself, saying, I've been trying to make this phone call to this individual, and I'm not reaching them. I mean, it's like they must be on their other line already, probably talking in a bathroom. That's what I would have done. After the fact, it's a little too late.
That's right. But it's good advice for next time. Tez, give us some terrible advice for the bathroom talker.
Go ahead and stuff the toilet and flush it, let it overflow, and then start screaming, it's coming up from the pipes!
I almost did that to someone once. All right. So thank you very much. Keep sending those letters.
And not finish that story.
Tez's answer is very
Yeah, no
well.
problem, man. No problem. Glad to be of help.
So normally this is part of a drinking game, but since people have been so charitable, I will tell the story. It's kind of bad. So for some reason, I used to be at an office, like office building. It's not like one company. There's like 30 different companies, and for some reason, there was this person who came in every single day. Like you go in to wash your hands or whatever, and go about your business. And they always chose the last stall, and they always had if they weren't playing like the loudest Candy Crush Saga game ever, they were watching television, not like some 2-minute YouTube video. They were listening to some like they were watching what's that Prodigal Son or whatever. They were watching whatever's hot on Fox these days. It wasn't The Masked Singer. It was some drama. They were watching the entire hour, and it was very clear whatever show it was. I knew they were halfway through the show. It's an hour-long show without commercials. It's 48 minutes. They were in there at least half an hour. I swear that they were not using the bathroom at all, because this was like the handicap stall in the back, right? I think they were literally skipping out on work to then watch television shows in the bathroom that basically me and this one guy used. Everyone used the other bathroom. So I don't know if they just blocked off that bathroom with because there would constantly be cleaning the wet floor and stuff. It makes it look like the bathroom's closed. So I don't know what game was being played here, but nobody but 2 people ever used this bathroom, and I think they were just skipping out on work. I swear this is a real story. Every day for a month. Goodness. Oh my goodness. Are we gonna try? Maybe let's try. Oh my goodness. Let's try. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I think we should try it because it's one of my favorite all-time improv games that works in long distance. Like I know people who have hooked up playing WoW and stuff. So why don't we try? I mean, well, I guess this is taken now, but like for fun, we're gonna play the long distance dating game with Dez. Pandez is our wonderful bachelor type person, asking the questions to the three of us who have all assumed roles. Which you check your handy devices for what your roles are. I will type them in the chat so that people in chat know. Des, do not look at the chat. And we will introduce the game. And
I will not look at the chat.
Yep.
I have it minimized, so I can't see it.
I trust you. All right,
I'm staring at our call screen.
The call screen that no one knows what it is, but it's changed. It's now weird. Oh no. Okay, let me. I have no idea what these are. Oops, that is not what it was supposed to be. Let me fix that, guys. Tez is this. Poker is this. And I am this. And I think the order will be Poker, Tez, and then me. That's loosely in the order of difficulty, just to give you some hope of how this is going to work. Now, we don't have the tech available, so feel free, audience, if you know the dating game song, who knows the dating game song? We should just all start humming it. Because I don't remember how it goes, but da 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 da, and then we'll be back in 2 and 2. Hey, I'm hoping everyone has their prompts and chat knows what's up. So welcome, Pandez, to the long distance dating game. Feel free to ask your questions. Yep, and it goes Poker, Tez, and then me.
Okay, Bachelor number 1. I like to be taken out for dinner a lot. Where would you like to take me out for dinner?
Well, I know where I like to take you. I like to take you back onto the land. Just get you away from this river here. Just really, take you out to a nice restaurant, maybe like a Subway or something, something that I can pay with this pocket change here.
Pocket change meals. Bachelor number 2, what kind of food would you like to take me out for?
Well, first of all, I would, maybe try to get like a soup and sandwich, one that they check before they bringing out to my table. Excuse me. Sorry. What was the question again?
What kind of food would you take me out for?
Oh, yeah, some soups and sandwiches, things like that. A nice restaurant. Good service, a very romantic environment, so we can really know each other. Just not this one.
Sounds intriguing. Bachelor number 3. My tummy's still rumbling. Tell me where you would take me out for dinner.
Well, see, I'd like to take you to the Fogo de Chao. Not because, I'm an expensive date or anything, but, I know what's going on down the block, and I want a piece of that, if you know what I mean.
I want a piece of your Fogo to chow on. Okay. Bachelor number 1. I like to go swimming. Do you like to go swimming, and if so, why?
I kind of live near a lot of water, so I'm not too opposed to swimming. But it's kind of dangerous here, so you probably just want to stay on the land. Stay on the land, stay away from the water, stay away from ways to get across. I don't want to get my giant stick to you.
I'm not sure if I heard that last part correctly, but I'm not going to ask what you said. Bachelor number 2. Bachelor number 2. If we were to go out on the town for the evening, other than food, because we already discussed that, what would you like to do?
Well, first of all, I'd like to go to my pad, kind of invite you in, kind of settle down a little bit. And then, if you don't mind, I'd probably just get on my smartphone and write a complaint to the owner of that restaurant. If that's okay with you.
I mean, angry tech thing is hot. Bachelor number 3. Where would you take me on a night on the town?
Well, first I'd take you to an auction, but not any kind of auction. An auction where they got stuff like this, right? They got stuff like this and this other thing that I got. I don't even know what this is, but it waves at you really funny, right? It waves at you. Well, look, I got it for $1. I'm going to get rid of it for more than that because that, that's kind of what I do. But, I want to take you to an auction and get some fine goods. You know what I mean? Only these goods, though, not anybody else.
That looked like a really cute pussy cat.
Yeah, I like my pussy.
All right, Bachelor number 1. I've been told I'm not as smart as the average bear. What kind of books would you say I should read to make me more on your level?
My level? Books to get on my level? You don't need books to get on my level. The only thing you need to get on my level is the toll across the road.
Interesting. Bachelor number 2. Same question.
Well, just like everything else I have to deal with, I've got this long waiting list of things that I'm waiting to read. So I'm definitely open to recommendations that you have.
Sounds fun. Bachelor number 3. How about you?
Sorry, what was the question? I was getting some more stuff for my for my real job. What was the question?
It was, I've been told I'm not so book smart, so what kind of reading material do you think I should educate myself with?
Well, you see in every state, there's different laws about how much interest you can charge. And I'm all about charging the top interest because I got some really fine goods that you can only get, once a year at MFF, once a year at IFC. I mean, this stuff you got to move this stuff somewhere. And I mean, you got to read some Huck Finn because you got to know about fencing and fences. You know what I mean? You got to know about interest and fencing. All right. Would you like to take
Jean-Luc Picard. Fencing, like Jean-Luc, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to take a guess as to who people are? Maybe we'll do one more question if you don't got it. But what's your guesses?
Is Bachelor number 1 the person who brings you across in the boat on the River Styx?
Nope.
Oh, I think I did them in reverse order. You're actually I was reading a different one. You're actually kind of close. I think the name of that person, is it? Sharon or whatever? But that's not who we're looking for. We're looking more
is
fairy
he just the troll that lives under the bridge?
Yes. Yes. That's who Poker was playing. Nicely done. All right. Bachelor number 2 was Tez. Well, what do you think they were?
He is a severely disappointed restaurant review critic, and wants to go on Yelp and just like, ew, this restaurant was terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Would you like to fill them in, Tez?
Yeah, a little more simple than that. I just at a restaurant, I'm getting really bad service, and there's a fly in my soup, so I'm not very happy with this place.
You pretty much got it. All right, and what's mine?
You are running an illegal fencing operation specifically for Furry Con swag.
That's better than what I wrote.
Well, that's what I could see.
That's the correct answer. It doesn't matter what the other answer was. No, that's exactly what it was. I had it written as a pawnbroker who only deals with furry stuff. So you completely had it. You got them all. Well done. Round of applause for everyone in Pandas. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, like it's all legal. That is the most correct answer, says chat. All right, I think we have time for I think one more game here. I don't know how this one's even going to go, so maybe we try this because I don't know how it's going to go. So
Okay.
I have a poem here, and
Oh no.
we're a very international group here. If you didn't know, our radio station, it's a small fledgling station that has wood songs and other things going on, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and every once a week we have a little panel on foreign poetry, and in this we're going to have Tez and Dez. One is going to read for you a wonderful poem in another language. And I forget who's playing which role, but one of them is then going to translate it for you like every other line or so, and then tell you what's actually being said. And all I have written here is a whole bunch of words in another. Go ahead.
I believe I'm reading, and would you like me to post a copy in the chat so they can see what it is I'm reading?
Oh, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Oh, perfect. There we
Yeah,
go.
it'll fit.
Yeah. Remember, if you know how to read this, it's not about anything. It is what is going to be said is exactly what this poem means, besides the fact that I took a lot of German in school. But the title of this poem, I'll figure that one out. I can figure that one out. Is it not letting you post it? I can figure it out.
I'm going to have to do one verse at a time.
I can do one better.
It breaks the character limit.
I can fix it. Hopefully everything in the world doesn't crash. I'll make a paste bin of it for the sake of paste binning. Oh, that's just great.
I mean, I've already
decided
I've already got most of it in there.
All right. So that's about to be read. I'll just let this is funny. Can I just make this paste? Unable to verify. So that's the name of the game. So Tez Cat, I believe, is translating, and Pandez is reading it. I think is what the
Yes.
what we decided. Okay.
Yes. And what was the title of this poem again?
Oh yes, of course. There's a title to the poem, and the title of this poem is "The Flying Piano." The Flying Piano.
Flying Piano. Okay.
Flying Piano. Take it away.
Een frisch Rang, neues Blut, sag ich aus freier Welt.
I have a dark shadow that follows over my head. It plays nice music, but I'm afraid I'll soon be dead.
Wie ist Natur? So hold und gut, da mich Bissen halt.
It has keys, but I see them as teeth. It flies overhead, and I am now going to be full of grief.
Die Huel huiget uncern kann ihm rudert Heinef.
I don't know where my follower came from. Khan was probably the one who sent it instead of a bomb.
Und Berge, wolkig Himmel an, back again, an Sermlof.
It's an old-fashioned type with good solid strings, and I still don't know how on earth did a piano get wings.
Og, mein Og, was singst du nieder? Goldene Traum, kommt ich wieder.
The send, and now it does fall. I've dropped my cell phone and I need to make an emergency call.
Weg du Tram. So Gold du bist. Har auch lieb und lieben ist.
That's what she said.
Auf der Well blinken, tauschend, Schwenband stern.
The piano has fallen upon me, and now I'm a ghost.
Weak Nibel trinken, rings die Turnwand fern.
I think there is nothing more terrifying than a flying piano, except for a flying saxophone.
Morgenwind, vergilt, die Bescheid, büscht.
Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live?
Und I'm sie begespielt. Sick die refund. Frucht.
Formulation software not found.
Is that it? Because I get dropped from the call, so I can't hear anything. Can anyone hear me? Hi, stream. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Hi. Was the poem over? Because I dropped from the call.
Yep, I'm still here.
Oh, well done, everyone. Well done. I only heard half of it because I dropped it trying to reconnect. All right. We're about at the
Thus the audio
at the top.
fell all over the place. Goodness.
There you go. With that, just because I know we're going to have some bandwidth issues here as people come in for the next panel. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Tezcat, Poker Wolf on the mobile device, and the wonderful Pandez. I'm Iggy. I think we have most people's like Twitters and things on there. Thank you very much to everyone who supported the GoFundMe.
Have a good night. Yay!
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Silver Gattoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gattoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gattoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.